Today we're going to be unboxing. I don't know what we're going to be unboxing because I don't know what's in here. So, okay, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay, Eastern time. I just woke up, so I'm a little bit groggy. This is the time I normally get up for work anyway. So let's. I ordered some things and some stuff came that I wasn't actually expecting. I didn't even pay for this overnight shipping or anything like that. It just showed up the day after I ordered. I was pretty surprised that it got here this quick. And I had that live stream yesterday, which me and my dumbassness completely butched that thing up, because when I got done doing the live stream, I deleted the video by mistake. So there was like 5 people watching, so I'm gonna just kind of briefly go over those couple things I did yesterday on the live stream. So, but I have no idea what this is, but we'll figure it out in a second. Now, I made a video a few months ago, I think it was about 3 months ago, about unboxings, that I was gonna quit doing them and all that, and which I did for a long time. But I got a lot of messages. People send you messages, and they send you private messages too, not just comments on the thing. But people complained. They said, "Oh, we like the unboxings. We want to see this stuff when it's new and all that." So, you got to do what the people want. People complained about it, so. That one guy that does them unboxings is like one of the most popular channels on YouTube. I have no idea why. I never watch his videos. But some people like to see you take brand new shit out of a box. It's just... I don't get it, but hey, it is what it is. So let's just get to it. We can get rid of that, and we can get rid of that. Okay, this is the JJRC H97. There's 2 colors of it. There's green, and red. Now, if you guys like this thing, I'm going to tell you what. I only paid $16 for this thing on eBay. So I don't know if the guy's got a bunch of them and he's trying to dump them. You just can go on eBay and search for this thing. I just happened to see it and I said, okay, even if it's a complete turd, it's got to be worth $16, right? Okay, these kind of things you're going to get for $16. And then on top of that, it came here the next day. So, you can't go wrong for $16. That's the way I look at it. I'm not expecting a lot. Trust me. But for $16, oh, it says in here it has 2 batteries. I didn't even notice that. That's what it says. Let's see what's in here. Here's the manual. Boy, the manual is very colorful. It's not just some piece of crap printed paper. There's the manual there. Very nice manual. Only problem is it's in Chinese. No, it's got a little bit of English in it. Most of it's in Chinese though. All right. There, and it's assembled too, so that's a plus. There's the quadcopter. Here's the transmitter. Oh. It's got some weird buttons on it. Okay, let's throw this off to the side. All right. There's the transmitter. It doesn't have altitude hold or any of that stuff, so. Here's the battery. It was inside the transmitter. It's a 600, 3.7600, 20C, so. And this thing takes 4 AA batteries, the transmitter. So that's not bad. Has an on and off switch. That's always a plus. And then here's the battery that's inside the bay. That's in there also, so it does have the 2 batteries, just like it said on the box. This reminds me of that that quadrone thing that I had. You know, it reminds me of that, so. And then here's the stuff. The prop guards and the charger and all that rigmarole. All that's in here, the screws for the prop guards. And it has a camera too, so I didn't even know it had a camera on it. I didn't even pay attention to that. I just saw it, you know, when I seen the thing $16, I just bought it. I didn't even really read up on it and all that crap. I said, JJRC, $16, I'm buying it. Because, you know, JJRC, they make some pretty decent quadcopters, so $16, okay, how can you go wrong, right? Okay, the camera just kind of slides in here somehow. I'm not exactly sure. Where's the plug? Okay, oh, there's the plug, so it has to go in this way here. You would think. Oh, screw it, I'm not worried about it. I'll figure it out. I'm not gonna sit here and bore you to tears trying to watch me wedge this camera on here. But actually, I might not even use the camera. I might just fly it like that. That's probably how I'm gonna fly it anyway, because I don't think I'm gonna put this landing. Well, this landing gear is extremely light, and it just presses on, so. Yeah, I'll probably use the landing gear, because it has the exposed motors on there in the bottom, so I'll probably use the landing gear. So I don't want to, up at the park, at that field, all that dirt will get in there, and I'll have to take it apart like I did that Hubsan 502. Boy, that was a real pain in the butt when I took that out for the review. Then I landed it. It landed on the diamond. I didn't get it to the landing board that I always keep, and it landed on the ball field, and it didn't. I couldn't get the motors to quit, so it got sand in every one of the motors. Oh my God, taking that thing apart was a nightmare. I'm sure Big Drone Flyer knows all about taking that thing apart because he's done it numerous times to change the motors. It was a real big pain in the butt to get all that sand out of there. I mean, I did eventually, but it wasn't pleasant. I got other things to do than sit there and take one of them damn things apart, right down to the motors, and get all that sand out of there. This thing's pretty nice. It looks pretty cool. $16. Like I said. I mean, how can you go wrong, right? Alright guys, now I am gonna, since I completely hogged up that live stream from yesterday, I don't think I'm going to use the camera on this because I know what this is going to be about. It's going to be about crappy video, right? That's my prediction, that the video is going to be crappy. I predict. Since I totally butchered up that live stream, so I know 5 people seen it because I seen it on the I had the iPad sitting here when I was doing it, and I could see how many people were watching. So 5 people were watching. I have no idea who, but 5 people were watching it. So I'm going to show you what that was about, in case you weren't one of the ones that were watching the live stream. Alright. What I got was, I went up to that Ollie's Discount. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. That's a chain of crap they sell, you know, train wrecks and fires and all this other crap. You know, when a train crashes, everything on the train is deemed to be salvage by law. Okay, you cannot no longer sell it new, even if there's not one thing wrong with it. It could have actually not one scratch on the box, but if the train crashes, everything that's on the train by law is deemed to be salvage. Okay, and that's where or a truck, it doesn't matter, you know. So that's where these kind of companies survive, or that's their business model. They buy salvage. So, and overstocks, which there's a lot of them because a lot of companies make stuff they can't sell, and so they sell it at auctions and stuff like that. Well, that's where this kind of company makes its bread and butter, is on buying salvage and stuff like that. The store is pretty nice. I mean, they got it laid out nice, but that's what that is. So anyway, and discontinued stuff too, which I think this is, but this was pretty nice for $20. Here it is right here. It's this little plane. Now it does seem to have some nice motors, and I can't show you how I had put it together. I was starting to do that yesterday in the live stream, putting it together. But the problem is, once you put it together, you can't unput it together. So I can't take it back apart and show you because it has this peel and stick tape in here and on the wing, and you get it all wired together. There's a plug that plugs the motors into the body. So you put the plug in, you work the plug down into this little hole in the fuselage, and then you peel this peel and stick tape off, and then you glue it together. Okay, so once you do that, you can't undo it to show you. It wasn't that hard. Okay, it was pretty simple to do that. So, but here's the box that thing came in. Estes Control. They make RC stuff. I don't think they make any drones, but they make planes and stuff like this. It's one of their discontinued models. So I saw it for 20 bucks. I figured I'd pick it up. I could not find one YouTube video on this thing, which actually amazed the hell out of me, because usually there's a YouTube video on somebody biting their fingernails. Okay, there's a YouTube video on everything except this. This is the only thing there's no video on YouTube about, is this thing right here. Anyway, this has a range of 500 feet. But this is a plane, so this is one of these things that you can't do it. I'll have to go to the big field, the Pioneer Park. I won't be able to mess around with this thing in that little park that I do the little, like these kind of quads. I do the reviews for these things at that small little park where I see the turkeys all the time and the deer and all that. This thing is going to have a little bit more open space because it's a plane. You know, you got to have a little bit of room to make these maneuvers. So, but let me show you the controller. It's one of those that you get in these budget quad deals where you put the batteries in here, and then the charge port is on here for the plane. Okay, and I think that's a budget deal when they do this. They just do this to save money so they don't have to put a charger into the box. So they're saving themselves $2 or whatever it costs to make one of them little cheap chargers. So there's an on and off switch on here. It's very tiny. So small my old ass hardly can see it. So you turn that on, it's beeping. Then you turn on the transmitter and it'll bind up. It's got some pretty powerful little motors there, because I can feel the inertia. I can feel it pushing, toward me. So it just has the accelerator right here. It's the accelerator, and this is the turn, and this is the turn. Which all it does is kill the, it's got the two props. So you have the power going forward, and then the left and right. All that does is adjust the speed of the left or right motor to make the turn. Same as that boat, that little cheap boat I had. It had the two props, and that's how that worked. That's how you steered that thing. Let me turn that off before I get my finger chopped off. So, and it has some kind of little, you can fine tune the steering on here a little bit. You'll notice it when it starts going straight. If it starts leaning off to one side or the other, you just turn that little fine tune knob right there. A couple of those boats have those too, so it's not complicated. You'll figure it out. Let's put it that way. And then last but not least, or I should say last but least, let me lean up here. Last but not least, I got one of these landing pads that you see all the people on YouTube. They have those big landing pads, out there. But let me tell you something about this thing. When I was doing the live stream yesterday, when I opened this, it's got that like metal band that goes all the way through it. When I opened this up and actually opened it, it just like exploded out of the package. And let me tell you, I had a hell of a time getting this thing back in here. Believe me, it was not easy. I had to go on YouTube and watch a video of some old British dude showing you how to fold these things back together. So I'm gonna pop it open here. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of room. I wasn't going to, but I'm gonna open it up. I mean, I know you guys have all seen them, but I don't know if you've ever seen somebody actually open one of these things. And I don't even know if I got it. I don't think I actually have it together the way it's supposed to be together, but so it pops open. So it did that right here. It exploded open right here in my face. And I thought I was going to knock the camera and everything over, but I got lucky and it didn't. So anyway, there it is. Now getting that thing back in here is a royal pain in the ass. Okay, let's get that clear. The guy makes it look real easy, but it's not. I had to keep pausing the video back and forth to do it. And then they give you these stakes to put in here, which you don't need if you have a little quadcopter like this. You're not going to need to stake it down. But he had some real nice drones. He had an Inspire and Mavic and stuff. The guy had everything. Okay, he had it all going on, and he took the Inspire off on here, and he had to stake it down because it's. I mean, the thing is just real flimsy. You know, it's like some kind of canvas. It's like a canvas deal, but if you have like a big bird like a Phantom 4 or a Inspire or something, you're gonna have to stake it down so it doesn't blow all over the place whenever you're trying to take off, or land. All right, guys, that's it. I'm up now. I'm gonna get to the park and try to shoot a couple of videos. I couldn't yesterday. I had the car all loaded up with all the stuff that I was gonna shoot with, but Mother Nature said no. It was too windy. I mean, it was not too windy if I wanted to take out the Phantom or the Up Air or any of them, but it was too windy for the ones I was going to shoot. I don't like to try to shoot those things in the wind because I try to give them the fair chance as possible. So all right, guys.